Modern bridge coming to Guave. Details to this story and more in the National Report. With the National Report, I am Leslie Ann Johnson Cornwall. Grenada's famous Lance Bridge in Fun City, Guave, home of Olympian Kirani James, is scheduled for demolition later this month. And despite questions about timing of the project in some quarters, many people believe now is the right time. Kevin Frederick reports.
On Sunday, July 9th, as heavy machinery rolled and construction materials offloaded at the project site, some residents and business people expressed joy as the popular fishing capital will see a new bridge.
I'm very happy and I'm very proud of my country. Now we're having a new bridge. It's making me feel happy, although it's burying me a little bit from my back, but that's no problem. I enjoy seeing them walking, and I know for the future it will be a better for the children and the people of Guave St. John's, So I highly appreciate this work.
The project is an essential project, first of all. Some people are having challenges considering the time because they think Carnival is a prime economic moment for them. Some people consider their livelihood, how things would pay off because the detachment that this project creates. But it is important to get the project done because we understand that this bridge has been in a state of disrepair for a long time. And when you speak to some of the people involved in the project and they talk to you about the structure itself, I don't think it will really live past a certain time, and we have to consider the public safety. First of all, going forward.
Another resident who was pleased with the decision to build a modern bridge in the town is Paul Benjamin, owner of Paul's Catering located on the Lance in Guave.
Since I'm a little boy, we're hearing that the bridge needs to be fixed. And whether we jump high or we jump low, it has to be fixed. Probably for us as business people around that parts, if we say it may not be the right time, we might still asking when is the right time. But it has a little impact on us because a lot of our customers that are driving that would stop by, for the last week we noticed that it is not happening because the time you make the whole wrong to come back down, you may as well get home.
Meanwhile, although the closure of the bridge will have some disruptions in the traditional carnival celebrations for which Guave is famous, residents say they will improvise because public safety comes first. For the National Report, I am Kevin Frederick.
Broader engagement with Caribbean countries as well as companies and organizations will be undertaken as part of efforts agreed upon by CARICOM heads of government to stimulate sustainable growth in tourism. During the just concluded 38th regular meeting of heads in St. George's, the leaders received a presentation on the region's tourism sector by the Caribbean Tourism Organization, which included a focus on marketing strategies to address both immediate and long-term initiatives.
We supported in principle the creation of an independent public-private sector governing body to guide the development and management of a sustained regional tourism marketing and public relations effort.
That's CARICOM Chairman Prime Minister Dr. the Right Honourable Keith Mitchell. On the subject of air transportation, he said heads agreed to implement measures to facilitate ease of travel in the region and mandated government-owned airlines to continue to work towards increasing their level of collaboration. Dr. Mitchell spoke of other agreements reached with regard to air transportation.
We agreed also that the establishment of a single airspace should be pursued, and we mandated the Secretariat to work with COSAS and relevant agency to define a roadmap and identify the necessary resources for its implementation. We further agreed to address the issue of multi-layered regime of aviation taxes within the context of appropriate mechanism for the financing of civil aviation-related activities, and requested the Caribbean Development Bank to finance a study on the impact of aviation taxes on the economies of member states.
This is the National Report. More news after the break.
The Children's Carnival Frolic returns to the National Stadium on Saturday, August 5th. And this year, it's no exception to the fun and frolic experienced by our nation's children as they parade in colorful revelry. It's fancy masks, steel pen, calypso show.
I love Carnival. I love my mask.
It's the Children's Carnival Frolic National Stadium. Starting time 11 a.m. Admission adults $20, children pay $10. More at the door. So don't miss out on this sizzling array of colors. It's mass, pan, and calypso. The Children's Carnival Frolic. Saturday, August 5th. Bring your kids, bring every child, and have a ball.
If all goes according to plan, fishermen in Grenville could tap into the international market in the very near future. The Honorable Yolande Bain Hosford, Minister for Agriculture, Lands, Forestry and Fisheries, says there has been a dramatic increase in their catch of large tuna and blue marlin, which is positioning them to access the international tuna market. She was speaking during a ceremony for the handover of the JICA Carifico boat on Sunday.
With a little further work, the fisher folk of Grenville will soon be able to export tunas to the American and European markets. There has emerged in Grenville the most progressive, dynamic, focused, and goal-oriented fishermen organization ever seen in this country. The Grenville FAD Fisheries Organization has become so high-profile that it has attracted members from St. Patrick's and, surprisingly, St. George's.
Mr. Tetsuhiro Aike, resident representative of the JICA office in St. Lucia, recognized Grenada as one of the most advanced among the 6 targeted countries in the Carifico project.
That is why JICA accepted Grenada's request on provision of a fishing boat, and we expect Grenada can take the leading role to use this boat effectively for fishermen's exchange program in the region, in which fishermen, fisheries officers, and other stakeholders from targeted countries will come to Grenada to learn its progressive FAD fisheries co-management.
The other targeted countries are St. Lucia, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, St. Kitts Nevis, Dominica, and Trinidad and Tobago. Carifico is a Japanese-funded 5-year sub-regional project through JICA. The vessel will be used for exploratory fishing, training local and regional fishermen, and commercial fishing, among others. Heads of government of the Caribbean community have agreed to engage the United Kingdom as soon as possible on strengthening the development cooperation relationship with the UK post-Brexit. It was one of the decisions taken at their recently concluded 38th regular meeting in St. George's, where the leaders also welcomed assurances from the UK that it would seek to achieve continuity in its trade relationship. The relationships include those covered by existing EU free trade arrangements with third countries, like the CARIFORUM EU Partnership Agreement.
We take the position that we should continue with the CARIFORUM arrangement, as that would be the most efficient way of ensuring that there is no fallout from the United Kingdom leaving Europe.
That's Jamaica's Prime Minister Andrew Holness. And that's the National Report. I'm Leslie Ann Johnson, Cornwall.